Okay, so open your feet out to the width of the mat. And then push out a little bit. Feel the pinky toes, yeah. Make your legs come alive. And then inhale, reach your arms big up to the sky. Spread your fingers out, go at least as wide as your own shoulders. Let your palms shine into the middle of the park. So turn the thumbs in, pinkies out. And spread them really big. I want you to feel the webbing between your fingers. And then push through the feet and really press out through your hands. Do you imagine doing this in your down dog? Right? Like pushing and pulling and stretching and breathing. Yeah, now make the right side a little bit longer. Push and pull a little more on the right. Yum, that should feel really, really good. And then do it again on the left side. Just push down through your foot, pull up through your hand, feel your side body grow. And then press them both again. Come to the center, push down, pull up. Take one big inhale, and then soften your arms and let them come down. It's amazing, just from that, you can already feel your yoga, yeah? And so remember, it's the breathing and the stretching and the moving that's going to make your body feel so alive. It's not the perfection of the pose, it's not the execution of every detail. It is actually just allowing the tissues to move. Let the blood circulate, let the oxygen get in there. You guys understand? So not perfection, just make it feel good. Inhale again, reach your arms up. Good, now exhale, forward fold. Just fold over, bow your head humbly, let your spine trickle down. Really let go of the weight of your head. Very good. Inhale, come halfway up. Push your fingertips into your shins, lengthen your spine. I want you to feel the belly pull into the spine, and I want you to feel a little bit of integration. And so what we were doing when we were stretching upward was making space. We were expanding our body, and in this way, we're expanding the spine, but you're contracting a little bit. I want you to feel your thigh muscles pull up. I want you to feel your belly pull in, your ribs pull in. And then I just want you to lengthen from the chest and look to the front of the mat, or even a little further. That's it. Take a breath there. And then fold in again, deeply. And with a big inhale, you're going to come up to standing. Press through your feet, lift your head and your chest, start to reach your arms way up, and then let them come right back down. So all of these movements are quite simple. The trick is going to be incorporating the breath with the movements. So on your inhale, reach the arms up, stretch big. On the exhale, fold over, just let your head down. On your inhale, lift your chest and lengthen forward, support with the belly. And then exhale, fold again. As you inhale, rise up. So can you feel how the breath and the movement work together? Exhale, arms by your sides. Let's do it one more time. It's like a little half mini vinyasa. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. I like it. Halfway up, inhale. Fold as you exhale. And then as you inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms, stretch for the sky. When you're ready to exhale, let your arms go. All right, we're going to move on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going to try to stay in that rhythm of breath and movement. Halfway up, inhale, fingers on the shins. Exhale, put your hands on the mat, bend your knees a little. Step back to plank and breathe. All right, so our feet are hip distance apart at the back. You can drop your head and look at your feet. Make sure your feet are about as wide as your hips. And then lift your head back up. Feel that integration. It's almost as if your wrists and your toes are trying to pull toward each other a little bit in this pose. That's it. Keep your head up. Inhale. And then go ahead, bend your elbows and lower down slowly. You can go a little forward. Lay it onto the belly. Inhale into cobra. Breathe in the whole time that you're bending your spine. And then as you exhale, let it down gently. Easy. Again, inhale the whole time that you're bending through the spine. And then exhale, relax and let it down. One more time, inhale, best one. A little longer, a little taller. And then exhale, let it go. Tuck your toes under and go into down dog. And see if you can feel that sensation of creating space. There's a little push and a little pull. Press through those outer edges of the feet. Make your feet feel really strong and grounded. And then press through the arms. That's it. Give me one good breath here. Now just make the right side of the body feel a little longer. It's amazing when we put our attention into one action, what we can feel. And then go ahead and switch it onto the other side. And then both feet push back. Take a breath. As you exhale, walk those feet right up to the top of the mat. Come halfway up. Inhale. Fold as you exhale. And with one big inhale, rise up to standing. Push down into those feet as you reach for the sky. And then let your arms come back down by your sides. Very good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Pay attention. Lift on the in-breath. Use the whole inhale to stretch your spine. And then step back and lower. So both feet go back and you lower down on the same exhalation. And then one breath. Inhale into cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Now I want you to take 5 beautiful breaths here, and I want you to make them purposeful. I want you to feel what you can feel here. I want you to expand and explore through your body. Each breath is an opportunity to notice. Maybe you can sink the heels a little more. Press the thighs back a touch. Let's take one more breath now. And as you exhale, make sure you bring those feet up. So all the air comes out as your feet come to the top of the mat. And then when you're ready to inhale, you lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, you fold. With one big inhale, rise up to standing. Reach the arms. And exhale, release. You guys are doing great. How do you feel so far? Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Take one breath, lift halfway. Step back and lower. So you have a whole exhale to get onto your belly. Inhale into cobra, one little back bend. And then exhale into down dog. Take 5 breaths here and make them worthwhile. What can you notice? What can you feel? Maybe push the right side a little, and then test out the left side. Make sure it's all feeling awake and alive. And then take one breath, maybe where you push all 4 points and create some space. And then look at your hands and go ahead. Walk your feet up, empty your lungs. Take a deep breath as you lift halfway, and then fold, exhale. With a flat back, let's rise all the way up. Remember, you press down and reach all in the same breath, and then let your arms go by your sides, and just pause for a moment. Breathe. Notice how you feel. The yoga is already working. Take this moment, turn in. Can you feel your body? There's probably a little moisture on your skin, right? There's probably a little bit of a uptick in your heart rate. It makes you feel a little more vibrant, a little more alive. Go ahead, lift your chest a little higher. Now on your inhale, we're going to reach the arms up but bend the knees, so we take chair pose. It's called Utkatasana. And you know, this pose can be whatever you make of it. It can be misery for sure, I know. But it also can be no big deal. Feel your feet on the ground. Keep reaching with your arms, just like we did in that very first movement. Take one last breath, and then exhale, fold in. Nice work. Come halfway up, inhale, and then step back to plank, but I want you to hold your plank pose this time. And as you hold the plank, can you also make sure you're still breathing? Now, I want you to roll onto your right side, and we're only going to take one breath, so don't panic. Just reach your left arm up, inhale, and then put the left hand back down. Exhale. Good. Do it to the other side. Roll over onto the left. Reach up on the inhale. As you exhale, put the hand right back down. So good. Lower down onto your belly. As you inhale, take cobra. And then as you exhale, down dog. All right. Let's take the right foot and step it all the way up to the hands. That's it. I love the way some of you grab that foot and place it where you want it. That is just like purposeful action, and that is so beautiful. We are in a crescent lunge right now, and I want you to make sure that your feet are a little wide. Yeah, so you don't want to be in a tightrope. Widen the right foot just a touch, and then slowly pull the belly in and start to rise up. You can still feel that feeling of pressing through your feet and reaching up through your arms. Do you remember that first feeling we had when we just pressed ourselves really big? We pushed for the sky. Turn your palms forward for me right now. Yeah. And then just like press up into the sky. And at the same time, push out through your feet. That's it. Make the pose feel a little bit bigger. Yeah. Just making a little bit of space. And then keep those big hands as you place your hands down. Step back into plank and lower. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale into downward facing dog. So I want you to kind of fall in love with that feeling of just like giving yourself room, like pushing out, making a little bit of space. Now we're going to take the left foot and purposefully place it all the way up at the hands. Put it right by your left hand so you don't step to the middle of your mat. Make sure you feel really stable in your feet, and then begin that process of rising on an inhalation. Be aware, sometimes the front knee turns in because you think that's going to make you more stable, but it's really not. You got to press into the pinky toe sides of your feet. You got to feel the lateral borders and let that influence the way you use your outer hips. And so wider is actually stable, more stable, stabler. I don't think that's a word. Turn your palms to face forward. Give me that big stretch through the feet, through the hands. Press out to the sky. Oh my God, you guys look amazing. Last breath. Place those big hands down on the mat. Step back to plank and lower. Beautiful. Inhale, cobra. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. And exhale, downward facing dog. Don't panic, you're not too late. Just lay that mat down and join us. That's it. All right, give me a little work on the right side. Make it feel beautiful. Push the hand, push the heel, lift the hip. And then switch it to the other side. A vibrancy, a consciousness. And then all 4 points, a little bigger. Lift the hips. And when you are ready, as you exhale, bring your feet right up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Bring the feet together on this one. Push through your feet, turn your palms out. Press up, and then come all the way up, and let it go. Nice work. Inhale, chair pose again. One breath. Bend your knees, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen on your in-breath, just like we've been doing. Step, step back, and lower. Inhale into cobra. And exhale, down dog. All right, so we're going to turn it up a notch on that lunge, and we're going to come into what we call Virabhadrasana 1, which is Warrior 1. So the right foot is going to step up, and the left foot's going to turn flat. And it's going to feel a little different. We're going to take a couple breaths. Come on up. Warrior 1. So now you can really feel both footprints flat on the mat. The back heel turned in this time. Let that heel all the way down on the back foot. Turn the foot all the way in. Make sure that back foot has a good solid footprint. And then again, press through your feet, turn your palms forward, and then give me that little press up to the sky. I want you to push through the heels of your hands. So like you're pushing, yeah. I know that's so weird. It's a little weird. Flex your wrists. Push through the heels of your hands. Yeah. Okay, so as you press up, can you also sink down? Oh, I like it. Give me one more breath. And then place those hands down. Step back and lower. Beautiful. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. And so the breath and the movement should be feeling a little more natural. Let's break down the warrior one again. Left foot steps up, right foot turns in. Make sure you're pressing down through your feet. You want to make sure that back leg is super solid. So the reason that we want to press through the back foot is so that we can activate and contract the muscles of that back leg. The muscles in the back leg also can turn in to help you bring your hips a little bit more forward. That's it. Now let's start pressing up to the sky. I want you to push through the heels of your hands. And as you feel your energy start to really rise up, also remember to sink down. It feels so good, doesn't it? Take a breath, and then hands come down. Step it back and lower. This is your exhale. Inhale into cobra, and then take it back on the exhale, down dog. And so the heat may be coming up now. That's okay, it's August. It's true. Somewhere in your consciousness, you had a knowing that it's August in Florida and I'm going to do yoga outside in a park, right? Yeah, so this heat is not a surprise. Take a breath, push back just a little. And on your exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale. And then fold deeply on the exhale. With a big inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees and reach. See if it feels good to flex your wrists and push. And then come on up and release your arms. I like it. Now, we're going to take a moment and just find the rhythm of the breath. Your feet are together. Your heart is lifted. I'm going to take you through Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B. It's just like what we've been doing, but we're adding the chair and we're adding the warriors. But it all kind of happens on a one breath rhythm. And so I'm going to cue it. And I want to make sure that you know that you have to be committed to the rhythm of your own breath. I'm going to try to find the middle point, but if you need to move a little faster than me, that is totally okay. And if you need to move a little slower than me, that's totally okay. The key is that you stay in sync with you. That union and that connection, that level of consciousness for your own work is what makes this yoga. Following my cues makes it calisthenics. Okay, so tune into yourself. Right now, feel the rhythm of that breath. And now, when you are ready, on your inhale, take chair pose. As soon as you are ready to exhale, you are going to fold in. On the in-breath, lift halfway. As you exhale, both feet go back and you lower. Inhale through the cobra. Exhale takes you to down dog. Step the right foot up immediately. Inhale as you rise and fully express your warrior. And then exhale, come right back down. Hands down, step back and lower. Very good. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, touch your down dog. Left foot comes right up. Rise on the inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, flow it out. Hands down, step back and lower. Nice job. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Woo! You guys did it. Yep. Take 5 breaths in that down dog and try to enjoy them. Come back to that feeling of that very first stretch today, where you pushed and you pulled and you expanded and you made yourself feel really good. I saw the smiles. I know you liked it. Take one last breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly walk those feet right up to the top of the mat. Lengthen on your in-breath. And then fold deeply, exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees. That's so good. Now, bring your hands to your heart. I want you to press your thumbs into your sternum. And that's that chest bone, like the breastbone right there. You can feel it right there in the center of your chest. Thumbs are touching that. And now spread your fingers out wide so they fan out away from you. Good. Now, lower down until your pinkies touch your knees. Pinkies touch your knees. I like it. Take a breath. Now we're just going to hook the right elbow outside the left knee and take a little twist. Right elbow outside left knee. That's it. It's okay. It happened all over the park. Are you breathing? Let's inhale and lengthen a little bit. Exhale, twist a little deeper, and then let it go. Go ahead, release. Let that head down. All right, push into your feet. Bend your knees this time and roll up like a rag doll. Let your chin tuck. Take care of your spine. Slowly rise. Good. Inhale, chair pose.
Walk to the front.
Hands come to the heart. Feel the thumbs find the sternum. Spread the pinky all the way wide. All the fingers separate until you feel the webbing between your fingers. And then hook that left elbow outside the right knee. Yeah. Nice and low. And actually, it might feel scary, but it's going to feel amazing if you could get your butt lower than your heart. So bend your knees and lift your chest. Just a little more weight in your heels. Bend your knees. That keeps coming up. Bring this down. Down. Last breath. Exhale, twist. And then come on out. Let it go. Let it go. All right, a moment of softness. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, and roll it up. I think we're getting a breeze, so don't miss it. That's it. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Let's step the right leg back. Go ahead, step the right leg back. You'll be in a low lunge here. I want you to keep the right hand on the mat and start twisting very slowly open to the left side. And the reason I ask you to go slowly is because I don't want you to jut your shoulder into the middle of the pose. I want you to actually roll the right shoulder back a little bit. Can you feel how the heel of the hand is pushing into the floor? Can you flex the wrist on that top hand now and push it up to the ceiling? Keep the chest wide and just make as much space as you can there across your heart. And it's a really nice feeling if you can be courageous enough to pull the head back a little bit. It almost feels like you're doing a little bit of cobra with your spine. There you go. Give me one more breath. And then eyes go down, hands go down. Take one big step back into down dog. And again, just expand and express and breathe. So the knuckles are down, the whole hand is pressing, the fingers are big, just like they have been in every part of the practice today. Pressing. Lift your hips, pull the thighs back a little bit, and maybe sink the heels and push through the outer edges of those feet. Take one last breath here, and then take your time really slowly. I want you to walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Come halfway up on your inhale. Fold deeply, please, on your exhale. And then bend your knees for chair pose. Find that space within you that is no drama here. Draw the tailbone down just a little, and then flex your wrists and push into the sky. That's it. Come all the way up, and then bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, arms reach, pace yourself. Exhale, forward fold. Fold with some grace. Moving and breathing. Inhale, lengthen, halfway up. Now left leg is going to step back. That's it. You're going to stay on your toes, and you're going to plant that left hand into the mat. Put the wrist down. Plant it. That's it. And start to slowly make your way open. That's it. So what I want you to feel is that left hand is pushing down. Now flex the wrist on the right hand and push up to the sky. Widen across the chest, and then if you're feeling courageous enough, like just go ahead, open up from the heart. Tip the head back a little bit. A little strength in the back leg doesn't hurt here. A little lift of that left knee away from the mat would be really, really good. Sometimes the left side of the pose can collapse. Last breath here. Exhale, go ahead. Hand down. Step right into down dog and give yourself a moment to recover. Spread your fingers. and try to enjoy the space that you can create. Use the outer edges of your feet. Breath flowing free. We're going to inhale and push back a little bit. And then as you exhale, look forward, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale, fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, just one last chair pose. Come to standing, reach for the sky, push. Spread the fingers, spread your hands out, reach for the sky. And then exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, both arms reach. This time, hook your fingers together. Spread the fingers even bigger. We're going to take a little stretch over to the right side. So go ahead and stretch to the right, but not too big. Just enough to feel the side waist open up. And now the sweet part is going to be bringing the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back. So you're going to add a little twist and extension. Side bodies feel long. Yeah, heart feels lifted and breath is flowing free. Shine that heart right up to the sky. Tip your ears back and breathe. Now, when you're ready, turn and face forward first and then rise back up to the center. We're going to take it to the other side. It doesn't have to be a big pose. It has to be the one that feels the best. That's it. Now, left shoulder comes a little forward, right back, but lift the heart. Yes. That's it. Maybe tip the ears back. Feel that. There's a twist in the upper body. Go for it. Much better. Yep, ground those feet. Can you feel the work in your feet and the work in the hands, making this feel expansive? That's it. Turn and face forward. Bring it back up to center. And then please release your arms. Notice how you feel. Take a moment here and just be in your own skin. There is nothing more important that you can walk away with this morning than a little better relationship, a little deeper connection to yourself. Make sure you're aware of your breath and your movements and how you're expressing everything. Now, let's inhale and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Ride your own breath. As you inhale, you lift and lengthen. And then as you exhale, both feet go back and lower. Take a breath as you do your cobra, expanding the front of the spine. Make it feel so good. And then exhale, downward facing dog. The best down dog you know how to create. What does it take? Maybe it means back off. Maybe it means dig in. It certainly means definitely let your head down and soften the back of that neck. Let's come to Warrior One. We did it before. You guys know the pose. Right foot steps, left foot turns in. And as you create the best expression of this pose, I want you breathing. I want you to use every breath as an opportunity to notice some action in your body so that everything you do is coming from consciousness. Does it feel good to flex the wrists and push? Bless you over here. I don't know who sneezed. Bless you. Bless everybody. Right. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so your best expression of the warrior. Now, I want you to take your right hand and grab your left wrist. And then I want you to give me that little bit of a side stretch over to the right. Feel the work of the expansion of that left side. Are you pushing the back foot? Maybe bring that left hip a little more forward. Sweet as can be. We have right leg forward. We're stretching to the right. Now, could you take the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back and give me a little twist up to the sky? Tip the heart open, tip the ears back, and then bring it back to center. Rise back up to center. How are your legs doing? You guys okay? Good. Reach your arms down behind your back, clasp them together. Give me humble warrior. Soften the spine. Round forward, bow the head humbly.
That not everything is gonna be the way you think it ought to be.
You can bend that front knee
Seems like
just a
every time I
touch.
try to make
Go
it
ahead and
right,
bend
it
that
all
front knee
falls
just a
down
little
on
bit
me.
deeper.
Please say
And now from that nice deep place, keep grounding the back foot and rise back up for the best warrior you've ever done in your whole life. That's it. Express it. Take a breath.
I shall be.
And on the exhale, let it go. Hands to the floor. Step it back and lower. Inhale into cobra. And exhale into your best down dog. And the only thing that matters here is that you feel like you are opening up and you're breathing and you're not fighting with yourself. You're in some deep connection or harmony with your body. Take one more breath. Open your mouth, exhale, ah. Yeah, left foot steps up, right foot turns in. Warrior one. Your best expression. And that means that you've got to figure out what feels the best. Does it feel better to come out a little? Does it feel better to sink in a little? Are you doing that same action that we started with in that first down dog where the feet press and the arms reach? Yeah, that's it. Are you breathing? Now we're going to take the left hand and grab the right wrist, and we're going to just bend a little bit over to the left. But bend into the left side. I want that right leg to feel so long. I want you to try to bring that right hip a little bit forward at the same time that you press that foot back. Now stay grounded in your pose. Add that little twist from the heart. Turn it open. Breathe. Keep the hips square. Just turn from the upper body. Yeah, a lot of you let those hips go. Keep that hip forward. Good. Turn and face forward. Rise back up to the best expression. And then let the arms down behind your back. And take humble warrior. Should feel really good on your back. Softening the hip flexor, bowing the head. Both feet still grounded. We're going to keep those feet pressing firmly and lead with the head and the heart and rise back up. The inhale takes the arms up to the sky, and then exhale, flow it out. Get back in the rhythm of your breath. Hands down, step back, lower. Inhale into your cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah, we got a little woo going on. All right. Give me the best down dog, the one that feels the most amazing, that makes you feel connected to what you're doing. And then very gently place your knees onto the mat. Yeah. That's it. Very nice. Now, I want you to keep your hands and knees where they are, but I want you to start bending your elbows and lower your chest forward. You're going to come forward. You can't bend straight down. You got to bring the chest in front of your hands, chest in front of hands. And you're going to put chest and chin down. Yes, leave your butt up in the air. Yeah, just feel that in your spine. Chest and chin are down. That's it. You got to come forward to get that chest down. Are you breathing? Take one more breath here. And then keep your hands where they are, but start to slither forward onto your belly. Just come all the way forward. Some of you let your legs go back. That's kind of fun. Yeah, creative. All right. And so we are on the belly. Go ahead, come into cobra. Really nice. Now, I want you to press your feet down behind you. Feel the pinky toes press into the mat. And then really gently start lifting your hands off the mat. Good. Now, let's see if we can take our arms out like wings. Give me a little flex in the wrist. Push out. So you're pressing down through the tops of your feet, pushing out through the hands, and just expanding that heart space as big as you possibly can. Give me one more breath there. Lift and release. Lay it down. Close your eyes. Tune into the feeling of the heart rate, the breath. All right. Go ahead. Bring your hands back in by your sides if you moved them. And let's all move our hands down a little bit toward the lower ribs instead of by the shoulders. Yep. So you should feel like your wrists are under your elbows. That's it. That looks really good. And I know I got Ruth's eyeballs in the back checking on everybody's wrists. Yep. Okay. And so we're going to come up again. Go ahead, lift the chest, widen the collarbones. But don't come up to your max. Give me about 75% here. And draw the elbows in a little tighter. Yeah. Now, I want you to very gently lift both of your feet. Yeah. That's it. Now, if your lower back feels like it's pinching, open your feet a little bit apart. Just a little. Give yourself a little bit of space. Now really reach up through your toes. You can push into the heels of your hands and lift your chest just a touch more. Oh, I like it. How are you guys there? You okay? All right, let's lift the hands. Go ahead, take them out to the sides. Press through the heels of the hands. Push through the wrists. Come on. Pull the fingers back toward the forearms. Make the wrists flex. One more breath. Everything expanding through the toes, through the wrist, through the heart, through the head. And release. Oh yeah, melt into the floor. Ooh. Connect with your breath.
Bathe in these waters and washing away.
All right, we're going to take one more round. When you're ready, bring the hands right by those lower ribs. Come up at 75%, not 110. Start lifting those legs. Give me all of the expansion you can. I want you to spread every toe behind you, like not one toe touching another toe. Yeah, like feel your feet come alive. It's a funny face that you make when you spread your toes. Every single one of you up here. Yeah. So go ahead, spread the toes. I know that takes a little bit of thinking. That's probably the furthest spot in your body to activate from your brain. And so that message has to go far. Yeah, but keep it. Keep that message in the toes. Now lift your hands. And now this time I want you to take the arms out and then forward, like Superman, palms facing each other. Spread those fingers. Feel the webbing between those fingers. I want palms facing each other. Reach like you mean it. Where's the reach in the fingers? There it is. Lift your heart just a little more. Feel the expansion from the fingers and the toes. The only thing on the mat is probably your hip bones. Can you get your belly up? Get your chest up. Get your legs up. One more breath. Pick it up and put it down. And you deserve a child's pose. Go slow. Go slow. Child's pose. Means put your hands under your shoulders, peel yourself up off that mat, and then lay it back. Belly to the thighs, hips to the heels. Melt in. One more breath. Now I want you to stay in child's pose, but I want you to widen your knees. Go ahead and widen those knees. And then extend your arms forward. Can you press into your hands? Lift your elbows, lift your armpits a little bit. melt the heart. Go ahead, melt the heart. And let's keep our elbows back on the mat now. Put the elbows down. Bend your elbows. Put your hands in prayer, palm to palm. And then bend those elbows and put the hands right behind your neck. Now the secret to getting the most out of this is to bring your elbows a little narrower. Don't let them spread out wider than your shoulders. And then as they narrow, you can also walk them forward. Walk your elbows forward, yeah, but hands stay behind your neck. And so here again, you have an opportunity to melt your heart. Breathe.
And wash it away.
Now I want you to come out really slowly. Release your arms. Plant your hands onto the mat. And then slowly start to unfold your body into a downward facing dog. It will be your last downward facing dog of the day. No, I lied because you're going to do a vinyasa, so you're going to end in a down dog, but then we're done with that. So go ahead, come forward into plank, inhale. Lower down slowly. Inhale for cobra. And now this, I promise, is the last one. And you can come to a seated position. Nice, simple cross legs. I want you to bring your hands to your heart. And I want you to bring the hands a little lower than you think and the elbows a little higher. So your forearms are parallel to the earth. That's it. Now I want you to notice that if you push into your hands, some of you, as you push in, you're going to all collapse in, right? And what I want you to do is notice the feeling of the press and rebound. This is how we make space. You push into your palms and you make your chest expand wider. You pull the collarbones wide and you pull the shoulder heads back. And so we have our hands together so that we can gently press and we can make more space across the heart.
Love is my religion.
And the reason this whole class has been about expanding and creating space in our hearts is because the world needs that right now.
Love is my religion.
Love is my religion.
All we need is love.
Oh my gosh, if we all just bought into the whole idea and concept of love, we would take a whole lot better care of each other. And so just now, in this moment, can you imagine not shutting down, not letting fear come in, but instead, press into your palms gently, feel your connection to yourself, and have the courage to open your heart. Sit tall right now in this moment. Know that the work you are doing within yourself will somehow be reflected out into the world.
There's nothing we can't cure.
And I know all the negative stuff makes the news every day,
I keep you in my arms.
but there are more people on this planet doing yoga than ever before.
Love
And so I am hopeful
is my religion.
that this just might not be newsworthy, but it exists and it's powerful and it's happening all over the planet.
Love
And
is
so whatever
my
has our
religion.
attention has the power. And I want you to be really careful about where you're putting your attention.
All we need is
We are powerful beings, each and every one of us.
all we need is love. All we need is love. All we need is love.
Now I want you to take your time. And I want you to allow yourself the privilege of just laying down onto your back, knowing that there's peace all around us. And you are surrounded by friends.
All we need is love.
And so we are going to lay it down.
All we need is love. All we need.
All right, go ahead and bend your knees. Put the soles of your feet onto the mat.
All we need is
Reconnect with your breath. I would love for you to place your arms by your sides. And just push a little bit into your hands and into your feet. And let's see if the pushing down can help us expand upward. So we're going to come into bridge pose. Make sure all 10 toes are on the mat, that you really want your whole footprint. We need the down to create the up. Push into Mother Earth and watch how she helps you expand upward. Push into your arms and shoulders so your chest can rise more. There it is. There's that space. There's that courage. Take one more breath. Lift a little higher from the chest. Widen those collarbones. And then exhale, bring it back down. Now take your arms and sweep them all the way up over your head. Reach. Just like we've been doing, just like reaching and making even more space. Press the back of your hands into the floor behind you. Hands should be about shoulder distance apart. And again, I want you to, palms are facing upward. The back of the hands is on the floor. So the arms feel long. They're stretching and reaching, and the fingers are spreading, and you're pressing down, and you're going to come back into that bridge pose. So root through the whole arm. Root through the fingernails. Right? Press down to rise up. Go ahead and lift your hips. Lift your heart. Use that whole footprint. Don't let your toes scrunch up. Use them. Press down to rise up. Yep, make sure you're using your whole foot. Take one more breath. Lift the heart space even more. And then very slowly articulate your spine and come down with care. Now, you can do either one of those back bends again, or if you have another favorite variation that you have in your regular practice, you can take it here for this third option. And so you know there are two options, one with arms by your sides, one if you like the arms overhead. Yeah, there's all kinds of variations. Some of you are popping up into a full wheel pose. That's beautiful. What I want you to think about is pressing down so that you can rise up. Use your leg power to open your heart even more. Push into the legs. Yes, feel it. Open up the heart space. And then when you are ready, start gently, bringing it down. Tune back into the rhythm of your breath. I know that back bends are invigorating, so right now I want you to find your calm. Let's all go ahead and pull our knees right into our bellies. Hug it in nice and tight. Make sure that you're still breathing. Feel yourself breathing into your mat. And then open your knees a little bit wider. That's it. Keep hugging onto the right knee. But reach for your left heel and do just a happy baby on the left side. Just give a little more stretch there to the hip. You want to keep it soft. And so your left hand can hold your left foot. And you're just going to stretch into that hip just for a moment. As you pull that left knee down, you're hugging the right knee into you. That's it. And then go ahead and switch that around. So hug the left, grab the right foot, and we grab the right foot so that we can put it right over the knee. Go wider. Take your arm on the inside. Take this arm to the inside. Yeah. Yeah. I always want to make it better. Breath is flowing free. And then release the hold on the right foot. Put the soles of your feet together and let them come down onto the floor. You can let those arms reach back up over your head. And again, I ask you to tune back into the rhythm of your breath. The soles of the feet are together and the knees are open wide. Let your hips relax. We just have 3 more breaths here. They're precious. Take in each one. Feel how it serves you. As this third breath is complete, go ahead and bring your knees back up to the center. Let's hug our knees right back into the belly for a nice, really beautiful, soft spinal twist to the right. Both knees are going to the right side. I want you to feel like you're opening wide across the chest. Look out to the left. And see if we can just flush the breath all the way through the chest. Try not to hold your legs up in the air. It creates a lot of tension. Just go ahead, let it down. Let it go. So what if there was just less to do here and more time to breathe? Just breath. There you go. I mean, the breath literally has the ability to help melt the tension away. And so if you could consciously stop working and really start breathing, you will shift the entire energetic body. Let's go ahead and bring the knees up and over the center to the other side. Open your arms out like wings, wide across the chest, big and open. Turn your head over to the, open them wide like a T. Like big open chest. Bring them down. More, more, more. Yeah. So you just, yeah. And then our head should be looking to the right. Turn our head to the right. Once you're there, stop working and start breathing. Go ahead, take your time. Start to make your way back to the center. Give yourself a good squeeze. And then start to release your whole body out into what we call Shavasana. That is your final resting pose. Let your feet separate a little bit.
Shine upon you.
Turn your palms to face up. Make sure you feel some space across the chest, across the heart.
And the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you.
So begin to reconnect with your breath. The breath will inspire you to feel like moving, and when you feel like moving, go ahead and stretch and move in a way that makes you feel connected to yourself, not like you're following directions. And then find your way to a seated position. Let's bring our hands together at the heart and use that as a gesture not to fold in, but an option and an opportunity to expand. Press gently through the palms and feel the collarbones widen. Lift your heart, lift the crown of your head. Lift your own energy upward. Start to reconnect again with the rhythm and the depth of your breath. And we will close our practice with that sacred sound of Om. Let's all take a deep breath in together. Namaste. Namaste to everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. I love you. Love each other. Thank you so much. Be good to each other. It starts right here. It starts with the one person on the mat, and then it starts with how you treat the person next to you, and then every person in this community. Go home and be nice to your family today. Call someone you love and tell them. It's important. Thank you. And I love everyone at home too that tuned in. Don't think I don't feel you, and don't think I don't see you. I love you. I know Ellen, you are there. I know there's a bunch of you there today. I love you all. Thank you.